Gold stocks are taking off right now, and the window is closing for what might be the best gold setup seen in years. These types of opportunities don't come around often, so get ready as we break it all down and highlight 3 stocks you need to have on your radar. Backed by Australia's leading government-accredited share trading education and insights that are sought after by major media Australia-wide. I'm Philip Tortevsky, joined by senior analyst Pedro Banales, and we are Wealth Within. Good evening.
Good evening, Phil. It's the one that everybody's been waiting for, gold stocks.
Yes, exactly. Now, before we dive into some of those stocks, the big news coming out of China is that 3 days ago, China's largest bank stopped offering retail paper gold trading products linked to the Shanghai Gold Exchange. Now, retail investors had to either close their positions, cash out, or take physical delivery. This is causing a wild set of theories on what happens next to gold. Is China simply trying to reduce speculation? Is China deliberately shifting the market from paper pricing to physical pricing? Pedro, I know you ran over this over the last couple of days, mate. What are your thoughts on how this affects gold first? Because I'm seeing now new theories saying, well, if it goes back to physical pricing, more demand. If all this money shifts into the physical, they're talking about 10,000 gold prices. But the reality is, they can still trade ETFs. Institutions will still trade the paper products. And retail is not, the dominant player in any market. But interesting to see what you've uncovered, mate.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So the official statement was that it was to protect investors from price volatility, as we've seen the gold price basically take a bit of a dive from that all-time high, around that 30% down at the moment. So that was the official statement. But I think that it's something deeper. Basically, what they're doing is that they want to see that natural price discovery coming into play, because naturally, when you play in the speculative markets in the futures, you're just speculating on what the price should be. So think about housing, for instance. Imagine that there was a market that tried to predict how much houses were going for and how much they were projected to be worth. But then you've got the actual physical houses selling on the side, and they may not reflect the actual value of that. So this is exactly what's happening with gold. There's actual physical gold being traded, and then there's the futures market, which speculate on what that price should be.
But I mean, I didn't see anyone complaining when gold was trading at 5,000 or at the all-time high on the way up.
Yeah, of course. And I think that, it's put a bit of a halt. And I mean, China was the biggest proponent of that buying. They were the ones really buying all of that physical gold. And I think that does somehow have to do with a little bit of that currency dominancy that they're trying to go after.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's get into our first stock now, which is Capricorn Metals. And that came out with some mega news today. Capricorn has lifted its gold reserves by 33% to more than 5.2 million ounces, extending mine lives and putting the company on track to produce over 400,000 ounces of gold a year within the next few years. Now, even more impressive is the company based its reserve estimates on conservative gold prices of just 2,200 to 2,600 an ounce, Australian that is, highlighting the significant upside if gold prices remain elevated. And so let's get to the chart of Capricorn Metals. Again, one that is really beautifully trending. I mean, I can zoom this out even further and just show you we've come back since the acceleration in May 24. We've pushed back strongly to that trend in March 26, again in June 2026. Now with this positive news that longer term we're looking for, good production moving forward, and if gold really has found a low at these 4,000 levels, which it looks like it's turning the corner to me, a higher gold price bodes even better for something like Capricorn. And when I look at this one here, I guess what's interesting in the short term, because that's what we're looking at, this is beautiful long-term picture pulling back the trend and holding. We've had now 3 instances of price continue to hold higher. So even in the short term, this is a promising sign. We're bouncing higher as we're moving along. We do have some short-term resistance. For anyone looking more medium term, I think it's crucial that we get through this $14, $20 level. You've seen a test now, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 weeks, and we failed to close above. Having pullbacks, but the pullbacks are getting higher. So that is the promising sign right now for Capricorn. This often does happen when we do prepare ourselves for another serious run. And I think what's more positive than concerning, and I would like to see it get through this momentum also in the short term. It has failed quite a bit. What's promising, I guess, big picture is like the period back, and I'll zoom my monthly chart out, is that once we go for that big extended run, often stocks do like to reset and get back and pull back within trend, or we may see more deeper corrections like we have in the past for Capricorn. But now that we are in this bullish phase for gold, we haven't really seen that strong of a pullback. In fact, it's more consolidating sideways for me. So the longer it does this, I mean, you've got to assume potentially now it breaks at 1430, we get another leg up through that all-time high 1640 and potentially start pushing into the $17, $18 region. So this one is one to watch, really holding these lows nicely, which is promising, but it's definitely got to hold these lows. If this takes out $11.20 or $10.80 for me, I start to change my mind on where it could go to next, potentially a deeper pullback into that $9 region. But for now, as long as it's holding and compressing, it looks very exciting. Watch that $13 to $14 range. The only other thing I'll add is volume is starting to come off, and that's coinciding as we're compressing in this move here. So watch that volume as well on the way. It should start to poke up as we break through, which is what you want to see, something like through this period. That is all I've got for Capricorn. Pedro, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I've just had a quick look at it. It's not a stock that I've followed very closely or applied too much analysis in the past. But having a look at it, I've laid out here a time just measure from this peak here to that trough there. It's around that 2-year mark. So for me, the question becomes, is this a trading stock? Is it a momentum stock? Is it a growth stock? What type of stock is this? And really, these are the questions that we should be asking as a trader. And I know that we do go through these types of reports on the Trading Essentials reports that we release for our students every single week, where we choose different stocks and we do some back testing. We outline patterns and things like that. And, naturally my mind goes to, what would we have done during this period? You really don't want to be sitting sideways around, for 2 years with the stock basically going nowhere. And I can see some clear signs and some clear indications of where you would be able to get in and be able to get out without having to put up with the price going sideways. And then there's some clear signals, around these areas where you would be able to get in again. And you can back test these and it will give you the results time and time again. So I think that this is actually really nice stock to trade. So you can put it on your watch list and just wait until those triggers come into play, and then get into it and ride these waves up, because you do see that it does provide some pretty good opportunities, 273% from that low, and more recently 252%. So right now, it looks like it's gone through that period of consolidation and it is holding up quite nicely. So looking at this pattern here, it's looking interesting. It's come off that low. It's doing higher highs. Obviously, we'd have to go back and see how usually it performs after these types of movements. But it's looking quite promising at the moment, and it could be on the verge of that next leg up.
All right, let's now dive into our second stock, which is Evolution Mining. This also had a big announcement today where the company is expanding its copper and gold growth pipeline with the $213 million acquisition of Capricorn Resources, securing the high-grade Greater Duchess project in Queensland. Now, the deal is expected to create value by integrating the project with Evolution's nearby Ernest Henry operations, reducing development costs and unlocking operational synergies. Again, another one, Pedro, with some big news coming out. Are you happy to take over and tell us what the chart's doing, mate?
Yeah, sure, gladly. So Evolution Mining, this one is one that a lot of you would be familiar with. It's been one on the top of the list for the gold stocks for a while. It has moved quite dramatically. So let's have a look at the chart. So what has it done? Since this low in 2022, it's actually gone up around that 800 to 900%, really. It's done considerably well since that low in 2022. And again, that was really when that momentum changed, when it went from having that long-term down move from 2020. For 2 years, it was trailing down, and then suddenly it was off again. Right now, we're having a bit of a pullback. This is a monthly chart. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months down now. So the moves seem to be slowing down. When we zoom in and have a look at those opens and closes, you can see that this opened really high back here in March, and then closed really low. That's a very bearish signal. Then we've got a open that's above and then a close that's below, but the range is a little bit smaller range between the opens and closes, a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller again. So price is compressing. I think that the sellers are getting exhausted somewhat at the moment. The buyers are starting to come in. Let's have a look at the weekly chart here. It does look like it is slowing down, but at the moment, it's really, the line is around that $10.20, and we can go back and that has been an important level for it before, around that $10.20, just to $10 if you want to round it out. So that's going to be the line in the sand for me. If it does hold above that $10 and we do manage to break somewhat above this momentum, just roughly lining it out there, we need to hold that $10 and we need to break above that momentum really to see price going off again. And that's a similar scenario from what we saw back here where the momentum changed and then we saw the buyers come in, and then we see these spikes in volume to really confirm that trend is in place. And we saw that again over here in 2025 where we saw that spike in volume. We're not seeing that at the moment. For me, this is a watch, but a watch closely, because if we do see that reverse in trend followed by high volume, I think that this one would take off quite sharply.
And if you guys want to learn some of the stuff we're talking about, please check this book out. It is How to Beat the Managed Funds by 20% by Dale Gillham. It is free. You just have to pay the shipping. The link is in the description in this video below. And if you do want to take things to the next level, please go and check the website out and have a look at our government accredited diploma of share trading and investment. And please check out some of those testimonials to see what is possible in today's environment. You might be surprised greatly to the upside in terms of what our clients have been able to do with their superannuation, some of them doubling their supers and whatnot, but some really good results. Go and check that out. Now it is time for our third stock, Westgold Resources. On the screen is the chart of Westgold. Now this one here, I think for me is the pick of the bunch. And I say that because right now it looks a bit more mature or advanced in terms of how it's looking compared to some of the other two in terms of where it was likely to break that momentum. This one's broken through momentum, which I quite like. It's taking the flip side of that. And just like you mentioned earlier, Pedro, you look at the down move and the nature of the bars. I mean, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now, and we still haven't been able to push price lower than we were able to take it up in 1 week on the 19th of June. That's often a good sign. If we struggle to see the selling take price over longer time periods, I really like that. That's positive. But again, we must hold this $4.24 low set in June. That's going to be a big marker. And on the back of gold, I think gold also needs to do that just to give it the real chance around those 4,000 levels that we have turned the corner. But very promising. Another run up through that 540, 550 level puts us through another short-term level of potential resistance. And then we have a really clear run up until that, 680 and all-time high 795. So right now you've got to assume after this big run, it makes a lot of sense that we have had a pullback. And what's also interesting, we've come back to clean this gap up through here. We had a nice little gap when gold shot off for Westgold, and look at that, literally come back into the gap. And on that monthly, we are finding buying. Last month we went through it, found the close above it. That's positive. Again, this month we're bouncing into it. If we can close above or through this gap, that really consolidates that we have found buyers at this level. This will be the new, support in the short to medium term, and that can give us the real opportunity to get back to $8, because these gaps, they tell us a really big, important story about the dynamic of what created that. Was that at one point in time, from a close to the next open, there was so much demand when the market was closed that price couldn't get back and fill levels. And these days, with the amount of technology out there trying to always create opportunities and fill prices, when you see a gap, it means a lot more, I think. And so the fact that we've pulled back to it now, going back to some stability, this is also the trend since December 22 that we've moved back to on that gradient. I like everything about this one. We just have to hold those levels as mentioned on that weekly chart, get a nice move above that $5 or 512, 513. Another promising sign is if you check the volume out, have a look at the volume on the trajectory it's been going on this down move. As we've been falling, We've had volume pick up through that move there and literally start to fall away all through this period here. That, along with price, is really giving us an indication that things are slowing down. And that's the thing you want to see as you're getting close to a potential reversal. Pedro, any thoughts on Westgold?
Yeah, this one's looking really nice, and it's looking like it's reversing from that level already. I've got the latest price data here from today. If you look at the chart, you can see that it has gapped up today. If we go to today's bar, that is Monday, 27th of July, it's gapped up around that 6%. So we're seeing this across the board throughout all the gold miners that are starting to get more and more interest. And really, it needs to break above that. Yeah, like you said, around that $5 would be great to get above. But the momentum looks like it has changed. It's poking its head above that momentum now. $5 would probably be the more conservative move if you wanted to wait. But this level has already been tested twice now. This is what I like, that $4.20. It's already been tested twice. It's been rejected. We're now reversing, changing in trend. We've got higher volume, like you said. I think this one is ticking a lot of boxes. And just one other quick thing, I've overlaid the chart of gold. This one is one that follows the price of gold quite closely. And you can see that gold usually leads and then Westgold follows through. Right now, we can see that the gold price is ticking up just slightly a little bit. We are seeing Westgold also ticking up a little bit. If we do see that continued rise in gold, of course, we should see Westgold also follow through. So very much keep an eye on that gold price, because that's what's going to drive this stock. But for the moment, definitely get ready to make a move.
And if you guys want to know more about what Pedro's talking about, we did a video about 2 weeks ago predicting this exact thing, where gold may go, and talking about the gold price, talking about some more dynamics. So go and check that out.